Oh my God. Ex-WBC champion from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So frustrated. Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder, to this day, Deontay Wilder reacts to Dillian Whyte getting knocked out by the 40-year-old Alexander Povetkin. We're going to talk about it on this side. Deontay Wilder reaction coming up right now. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, the man, the myth, the legend, ex-WBC champion of the world, the bronze bomber, Deontay from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He has reacted to the crushing left uppercut tiger uppercut knockout. It went viral. Dillian Whyte, he was probably ahead on the fight, but one punch in the heavyweight division can change everything. Wilder has now reacted. Let's jump right into the video. Now, I was wondering what Wilder would be thinking because he's been very quiet. And he just posted this. It said King. So I'm like, all right, nothing too big. Then he has his fighting to this day, right? Then he just posted this. It's just a picture, right? And at first glance, unless you do your homework, like your man Ego, it just looks like a picture, like he posted a picture. So he posted this after the Dillian Whyte knockout. And again, the reason I wanted to hear Wilder's reaction to it is because Dillian Whyte has verbally tried to challenge Deontay Wilder and chase Deontay Wilder and clout chase Deontay Wilder. So I was really curious to see his reaction. And Deontay Wilder, again, at first glance, he just posted this six minutes ago. It doesn't look like much, but he says, I believe in glaz, right? So unless you speak Russian, you're not going to know what that means. So I'm like, what? He believes in glaz, right? So we're going to go to the trusted Google Translate. Boom. We got action. This man says, I believe in glaz. If he dies, he dies. An eye for an eye. So that, bro, I know Deontay Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, don't speak Russian. So that's subliminal to this whole Dillian Whyte getting knocked out by Russian puncher and Olympic gold medalist Alexander Povetkin. Very, very sneaky from the bronze bomber. I like this, just because I like boxing. I like a good underdog story. Age ain't nothing but a number. You see, Povetkin was counted out and he did his thing. He got dropped twice. I just always have respected the underdog story. He was brought in there to lose. Deontay Wilder was clout chased by Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn. And now this is a major setback. So very crafty words from the bronze bomber himself. He says he believes in eye for an eye, bomb squad to this day, and that's pretty slick that he got at him like that. Eddie Hearn has since responded. He said he's pushing for a rematch and all this stuff. We'll have to see how that plays out. But Dillian Whyte, after that knockout, he should really take a rest. The most brutal sport of all, Dillian Whyte will be back stronger. Congratulations to Povetkin. Huge respect to you both. #FightCamp. I know that's not how he wanted that. Just look at this picture, bro. And David Hay, I just did a video about it. David Hay said that Dillian Whyte was robbed of an opportunity to beat the 10 count. I mean, the UK bias with the commentary just sounds crazy. Does it look like he can beat a 10 count? This looks similar to when Canelo knocked out Amir Khan. You don't have to administer a 10 count. It's not for safety reasons. It's not the thing you should do anyway. Just because, look at him, look at the condition. If somebody falls straight back like almost a gargoyle or a statue, and their hands are up and it looks like that rigor mortis has set in, I know it's not true rigor mortis because he's not deceased, but you guys get what I'm saying, where the body stiffens up, his lights are put out. He's not in control of his body. You don't give nobody no other opportunity. So huge mistake from Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte. I think they just overplayed their hand. Again, this is just similar to fights with Joshua and Wilder could have made the biggest heavyweight fight in quite some time. And then they waited, and it didn't happen. And then Joshua ended up getting knocked out by a guy and putting him on. Andy Ruiz was almost a forgotten about fighter. Now he got his bio is back lit because of what he did to Joshua. And Joshua's stock dropped even in the rematch, even though he won. Huge loss to Rematch Room, Sky Sports, DAZN. And, now you have Wilder. He's like, I believe in eye for an eye. All that clout chasing and, Dillian Whyte nonstop obsessed with the winner of Wilder Fury and saying Wilder was afraid. Wilder, he comes out of this thing laughing. Laugh now, cry later. He get the last laugh. Because even though he got stopped by Tyson Fury, a lot of people think there was something up with Fury's gloves, with the Glovegate 2.0. And needless to say, he didn't look like that. Like, he didn't get knocked out with a single punch. In fact, he was on his feet. He didn't get knocked out. It was a corner stoppage or whatever you want to call it. Dillian Whyte got iced with one punch after all of the smack talk from Dillian Whyte. And, he said he was going to beat Tyson Fury. He said he just talked bad about everybody, And when you do that, you got to back it up. Like, even my man, Rolly Romero, he just had a tough fight. And people got on Rolly's case and said, oh, he's this and that, and he's a fake champ. And they were, very harsh on Rolly, in my opinion. He tried the best he could do. He had a tough guy who was a mover. And, despite what you feel at that fight, people just last week or whenever on that David Benavidez card, they were, especially I seen a lot of people from the UK and stuff, they were down on Rolly, saying, oh, Rolly, he lost that fight. This is BS, boo, boo, boo. And they were exceptionally hard. But then they did, because they didn't like Rolly's demeanor or the trash he was talking, they felt he didn't back up. But then some of those same people are begging for mercy for Dillian Whyte. Oh, like Johnny Nelson has a interview saying, why are you guys slagging Whyte? It's not about slagging anybody. It's not even a thing about disrespect. Andy Ruiz said it. He said, Dillian Whyte, I'm glad he got knocked out because he didn't respect the fighters. So the bottom line, the point I'm making is, if you trash talk, you got to be able to back it up. Just a week ago, Rolly got the title in a controversial fashion, and people said, oh, he didn't live up to the expectation because he said he was going to knock the dude out and this and that, and he was confident and he was boastful. So now the UK, all of a sudden, they want to tuck their tail in terms of commentary, and they're saying, oh, be nice to Dillian Whyte, and this, I'm absolutely gutted. I'm gutted, mate, and all this stuff. This is boxing. This is heavyweight boxing. Dillian Whyte said X, Y, and Z about Wilder, X, Y, Z about Luis Ortiz being an old man. He trashed Dominic Breazeale. He trashed every fighter that, was in his orbit. Tyson Fury. How you say Luis Ortiz is an old man. He born in the same year as Povetkin, and Povetkin one hitter quittered him, Tiger uppercut. And then now the UK again, and you have Maximum Violence shirt and stuff like that. You did good in the round before, but again, this is boxing. You got to be switched on for all 12 rounds in a championship fight. This had some version of the WBC at stake. So Whyte came this close to getting Wilder Fury, but the pressure mounted, and we see that. We see a lot of guys get right to the point where they're about to take the training wheels off, and then it comes crashing down for them, right? Before they get that. Joshua, before he could get the Wilder fight because his team put it off, this happened. UK fighter, Dillian Whyte, same thing. So the UK a lot of them seem almost depressed. Like, they're acting like Floyd Mayweather lost. Like, they put all their eggs in the basket of Dillian Whyte. And see, boxing is such an emotional ride for people and a passionate sport that a lot of people, they're not going off of what they're seeing. They're going off of what someone is saying and the emotion and, oh, this is my countryman, and oh, I want this person to win. But boxing doesn't work like that. You can't look, especially in the heavyweight division, ahead of your challenge. This man was talking about Andy Ruiz ain't this, and Luis Ortiz an old man, and Wilder's a chicken and chicken legs, and he's a basketball player. And now you didn't get to the gold medal match because you came up short, and you got to do a rematch clause. So you're out of the the Wilder Fury discussion. You know, you're out. You know, you were knocked out. That's just what it is. But again, Wilder taking shots and Andy Ruiz and stuff. You got to expect this when you have the personality of Dillian Whyte. That's just what comes with it. You know, you got to Floyd Mayweather talk trash, but he backed it up. Say it happens to anybody. Broner, you know, if people feel like you're trash talking and then Maidana beat you, then they're going to say like, hey, what happened? Conor McGregor, and then you get beat up by Nate Diaz or knocked out by Floyd Mayweather after all this trash. That's what's going to happen, you know, especially if you're boastful and you don't make yourself likable. And I think overall, Dillian Whyte, he just started to believe, look, perfect example, right on cue. Pathetic, bum squad. This is the stuff he was saying. So why wouldn't Wilder take shots at him now? He called him. So as soon as he lost to Tyson Fury, you know, he had all this to say. Look, there you go. No surprise, Wilder. You lying coward. Excuses, fraud. Look at how he's acting. And you don't think chicken legs. You know, he was talking like the casual fans, calling them chicken legs, posting incessant WBC. Wow, just wow. This guy, Bronze Bomber Wilder, says, I am scared to fight him. You are a clown. I will snap your back and neck like a... He said, I will snap your back and neck. You little skinny freak. Just wow. Freak show. #coward. You know, you gotta put up, because Wilder's not 41 years old. I can't believe the WBC has allowed this coward Wilder to avoid me so long and tell those lies. He did have sex with one of my side things. His wife, he's a coward, and you guys need to force him to fight me. He's a lying coward. He did have sex with one, I don't even know what he's talking about, with one of my side things. His wife, the one he's still with. The same one who told him he's the father is big. See, I don't even know what he's talking about. But all I know is he keeps calling him a coward. He keeps, you know, he was going at Andy Ruiz. It's a fight game, you know. He came up short. Came up real big short. This guy needs to stop all the talk about this and that. He said he was ready for the level. Look, he wrote coward over Wilder's picture. So it's no shame, no wonder that Wilder and Andy Ruiz are coming from him now. Look, he's nonstop. Deontay, are you still ducking Dillian Whyte? And this is what the UK did. Just really a bunch of clout chasing. And now it's backfired on Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn. Because even in Wilder's knockout, it didn't look like that. Bro, he is on Bleacher Report right now. And it went viral. There's like 2 million people that watched this knockout. That's just on one. Look, this is the Dillian Whyte knockout. And it's at 1.8 million. It says the uppercut is filthy. So bottom line is he came up short when it mattered the most. And this is against a 40-year-old, really a 41-year-old, because Povetkin will be 41 next month. So, you know, I'm not surprised Dillian Whyte is being targeted by people. That's what happens when you talk with reckless abandon to the various fighters that you want to fight, to try to stir it up and, you know, make the fight. And then you wonder why Deontay Wilder's getting at you and Andy Ruiz. They're going to, of course, prey on your downfall and say eye for an eye and all that. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We work. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight. Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I'm rich. And Manny Pacquiao, yes, it's up to my promoter, just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.